the Nigerian market is eager. Investments that may have hitherto been put on a hold, and the sort of approach, wait-and-see approach that investors may have had prior to the election. So once the coast is clear, we're likely to see all of these investments do come on board, irrespective of who emerges as a winner. I think what the market does not like is uncertainties. And so once the coast is clear, crisis-free, violence-free, I think the market would kick off from there. And good enough for the month of February, the market has been doing well already.
Yeah, we're seeing it was up over about 6.4% so far in February.
Yes.
Yeah, but last week we saw the market two consecutive losses just before the polls on Saturday. But now we're seeing the market is coming back up. So it's more like investors are more confident.
And I think profit taking is mostly what has been responsible for that. Before we saw the market dip on 2 days, we had seen a market that had run for almost like 7 consecutive days on the uptrend. So it's just typical for investors to sit back and say, "Oh, I can take in some profit here."
All right, then let's look at some other catalysts that could also swing the markets here. Earnings. We're still in the earnings season. Yes. Companies are still reporting their earnings. What's your outlook for earnings so far?
So far, what we have seen some impressive, some not too impressive. But compared to, recall the earnings we're seeing this time around, particularly with the companies with the December year end, is the full year for 2018. And then if you compare 2018 to 2017, where we were just coming out of recession, we do expect that 2018 results will be better compared to what we saw in 2017.
For sectors, I'm looking at sectors that are doing good today. We're seeing consumers are up 0.9%, banks are up 0.6%, insurance also up. For these 3 sectors, how do you see the earnings season trickle out for them?
For the banking sector, their year end is December, so mostly we're by March. In fact, we've already seen one of the big banks. By next week, 2 weeks' time, we should see most of the big banks release their results, and a couple of. So the market is already reacting to that. Insurance may be a bit dicey. That's because of the consolidation that's equally ongoing in that sector. But the sector, consumer goods, that should equally pick up as well.
Okay, but what about the industrials though? We see that they're down now, industrials and oil and gas.
Industrials, the lead in the industrial is Lafarge and Dangote Cement. This period is the December, the Q4 is the period where you see a lot of activities, taking place with respect to construction because of the season. So mostly for them is a seasonal thing. But we do expect that it will look good, in this period, as opposed to when we're in the rainy season, that we know that things are practically down.
Yeah, but in your estimation, your call, who do you think will be the biggest taker for the first quarter? Which sector?
Well, I think the banking will lead. Consumer goods may follow suit. Okay,
the market's still up year to date about 3.4%. Month to date is up about 6.4%. How do you see things swinging out till the end of the year?
The earnings will drive the market predominantly, barring that we have good elections, violent-free, and all that. So typically, Q2 is always the period where we see a lot of activities because of the earnings season. So typically, it's categorized with an upbeat in the market, and that's our expectation.
But do you think we can sustain this to the rest of the year?
Compared
to how we closed last year?
We will do better than we closed that last year.
Yeah, but we thought that as well at the beginning of last year when the market was up at the early stages.
No, I'm not sure we thought we were going to do better than we did in 2017 because, we would have factored in the fact that elections, so it's a pre-election season. We also do expect that there will be some sort of a holdback when it comes to the market. But all that put aside, looking forward, we expect things to be better. And I think January has also started the year on a good note. Most of the macros have looked well. Inflation has come down. Even the FPIs are coming into the market. We've seen an uptick in their contribution in the INE window as opposed to what we saw last year. Crude oil prices is equally going up. So in the interim, it looks like we're on the right path.
What about your outlook for IPOs this year? We had the statement from MTN talking about a possible listing sometime later this year.
I think with respect to that, we've gone around in circles. You told us they're coming a couple of times. Yeah. We haven't seen MTN. I think our fingers are crossed. We are with them. The market it's really expecting to see them, and I think it will help to deepen the market should they come in this year.